Okay, to for this video, I will do a demonstration for exercise number 3. Okay, so you will have or you will learn new or additional commands, both from the the draw commands and the modify commands. So this drawing can be done in many ways using other commands as well. So, but the commands that I will use will be, of course, line, circle, and for modify, mirror, trim, move, and copy. And later, other commands that I forget, you will know if you follow this video, the whole demonstration. Okay, so I already done finished sample, okay, of this drawing of exercise 3. So I will do again from scratch. So first thing is you have to study the given dimensions so that you can decide where to start. Okay, so aside from the dimensions, also the shape of the object. As you can see, there are a lot of circles and arcs, but actually these are all from circles. But you can also use the option arc in drawing this, but I will use circle for this. Okay, so let's begin. So studying the object and other features, like aside from the dimensions, the application of the line types, the center line, because you have there in the center three large circles, the innermost, the center line of for these 5 small circles, and the outermost part of the object, which is actually from the circle. Okay, so you can begin from the innermost circle or the outermost, but I prefer to start from this innermost circle. Okay, then going out. So if you see, there are 3. The first one, second one, and this one. So check the dimensions. but actually the dimensioning should be if for example, if you remember in your drawing 1, the engineering dimensioning, uh, arcs that are more than half of the circle should be dimensioned in diameter, and circle should be dimensioned in diameter also, and arcs, half circle and less than, are dimensioned in radius. But as you can see, all of them were uh, dimensioned in radius. Okay. So I hope you remember your engineering drawing dimensioning rules, and you can revise this. But muna, so let's follow this. Again, this example is not from me. So this is from the previous instructors, so which we will follow. Okay. So let's begin. So the first circle has a radius of 1.5. So we will use here the command circle. Okay. So again, if you are familiar now with the command of circle, there are several options here to draw, but the common ones that we use is the center and radius, and also center diameter. But since the given dimension is in radius, so we can use this center radius. Or also here in the command line, you can type the command and use the option to draw the circle, center, and radius also. Okay, so it's up to you if you will type in the command line, or you can use this toolbar, circles. So I'll use this. So I'll click this small triangle here and click center radius, and I will estimate my first or the center here, so that when I complete this drawing, it will not overlap with the finished drawing I made earlier. Okay, so click, then type the radius, which is 1.5. 1.5. Enter. Okay. Let's pause for a while. I'll just bring my flashlight. Okay, so let's continue. So this circle is the circle. So the next one I will do is this center line, which is circular in shape, although not the complete one. Okay, so the radius is 2.125. So no need actually to use the draw command circle. Let's try to use now the modify command, this one, the offset. Okay, you can click this, or you can type the command here. Just type O for offset, or if you still have doubt because you're a beginner, so you can type the whole word, for example, of that command. Or if you type O, for example, you will be given prompts here. What are you going to do? So offset, so you select this offset. So it's up to you. Let's say we'll use the toolbar here. So offset, click, then it will ask for you the distance that you will offset going outside from this first circle. So meaning, what's the distance from the first circle to this next circle. So the first one has a radius of 1.5. The second one has a radius of 2. So the difference is 0.5. So that will be the measurement that you will type here. So 0.5, enter. And then once you press enter, the cursor now becomes a pick box. Okay, meaning you can you are now going to select this circle, okay, that you are going to offset by 0.5. So click, then drag going outside, because this is going out. Because if you drag going inside the circle, so you will have a wrong diameter, and you will have your drawing will be you will have a mistake. So drag out or bring out from the first circle your crosshair or your cursor that is now displayed as a crosshair. Okay, so you are given a preview of the result, so you can click. Okay, once you click, so it shows already in a permanent it's duplicated the first front circle but became bigger. But if you see your cursor, which turns into a pick box, meaning the command is still active. So this will be possible to use to continue clicking if you will, for example, do several offsets with the same distance. Okay, but since only one, okay, you need to complete your command first or your action. So press enter. Yeah. Because although I can continue and change the radius, but we have to discuss first what is the next step. Of course, this one. This arc here, which has a radius of 2.125. So we will offset this center line, which is this one here. So what's the difference between the two, the outermost and this one? So again, compare the radius. 2.125 minus 2. So the value that you will enter, or the distance that you will offset, is 0.125. Okay, this one. Okay, 0.125. So use again the command offset, then type 0.125, enter. Now you can select this line, click, and drag outside your crosshair, not inside. Okay, because mali na yan, or it's wrong. Okay, we will get a smaller diameter. And if you continue doing to complete this drawing, uh, everything that follows will be uh, mistake mistake already. Okay. So going outside, click and press enter, or you can right click and click enter. Okay. Now we draw these small circles first, or we can also start also with this one, the bigger diameter part of a circle. Okay, but I prefer, because although they are concentric, I prefer the smaller one, but you can also start from here. Okay, so it's up to you. Or let's say, sige, oh no, not, okay. Kasi, oh no, I should not speak Tagalog, because maybe some strangers will come to my channel, maybe an Indian. He or she will not understand Tagalog words. Okay, so I start from the small circles. Okay, and notice also their position or location. They are 60 degrees apart. Okay, to make it easier to put in their respective location, we draw these center lines. Okay. We draw these center lines first, that are 60 degrees apart, except this one, because it's crossing along in the midpoint or the center of the circle in horizontal direction. So it's and can also be represented by a center mark, a bigger center mark. So we will draw this also, this line. So we start with the longer center line, this one. Okay, so just estimate, for example, okay, you start from here, so you must turn on your object snap quadrant. Okay, quadrant. Okay, so I'll draw a line here, from here, going a vertical line. Okay. Just estimate its length. Okay, that it will cross the whole length of this object. But since we started from here, but if you can see in the drawing, okay, almost the same. Okay, but here in what I did is I extended going out. Okay, because this is a center line. So you can also extend this line going out a few lengths for a short length. So we can use the command move, okay, and select this line, enter, so that your line will maintain its verticality 90 degrees. Make sure that your ortho mode is on, so that even you click anywhere here here or even here or here, so watch my crosshairs. Of course, the intersection, that's where when you click, that is where the location, okay, of your base point. So the ortho mode is on. Let's say you want to, if you have doubts if it will maintain its verticality 90 degrees, you can also choose to click in the endpoint of this line. Okay, say I'll click here or even here, as long as your nearest object snap is uh, turned on. Okay, so or even here in the center of this circle, which this vertical line passes through. Okay, so let's say here. So click. So you must turn on your object snap so that this different object snap will display when you put your cursor over this line. Okay, so click and drag going up. So that's why I don't actually it's okay. Oops. That's why I don't actually click in this line, because the crosshair will cover the line, so I cannot see the preview of how long I already moved this line. So this is what I do. So again, move, select this. I can pick this part here and click and move going up. So there is no given distance how long is the line to be extended. So just a little bit, so like here. Then anyway, if you come up short with this extended, when you move this line, later you can move again. Okay. So I'll repeat. Move, select this line and click and drag going up. Say at this line. What I'm telling is this one here. We move the line a little bit outside of the third circle. Then also we draw a horizontal line, okay, or even just half of the half of this, or just the radius, for example. But of course, we have to extend a little bit going outside, like here. Okay, so no need to draw the line, this line, completely crossing the diameter or the width of the diameter of this circle. Okay, so click and enter. Then so because I will not complete actually half the other half of this object, so that we can save time. Okay, we will use the command mirror later. We will just mirror the other half. Okay, yeah, like this. So we will do only this, for example, this side, or let's say this side, because they are symmetrical. So that we will save time in doing this. Okay, and you will also learn how to use the command mirror. Okay, so now I'll do this half on the left side. Okay, so I have this line, but we have a line here and a line here. So I'll just, if you remember, okay, let's say on the right side, I will change the which side I will draw. Okay, I'll draw on the right side. Okay, so I'll draw again a line. Okay, line. Then I click from the center. So if you remember in exercise 2, how to get the angle, so 30 degrees, that is 30 degrees. So turn on your your polar tracking, and your ortho mode will automatically uh, turn off. So click this one here, then look for the uh, dynamic input, which has the angle 30 degrees. So here 30. So maybe around here. Yeah. Okay. So 30 degrees. So this line has no specific length that you can type. Just estimate that it crosses over to the last or the outermost circle. Okay. Now you have these three lines, but you still have this one here. So we will use now the command mirror, this mirror. So if you want to type, it's MI, enter, for mirror. So let's say your favorite method is using the toolbars. Okay, so click, and then you will be asked to select, because this is the pick box suggests that you need to select which object you want to mirror. So this one, this line, we will mirror like this here on below this horizontal line. Okay, so click this line. Okay, then press enter. Then you will be asked first point of the mirror line. So our mirror line will be this horizontal line. Okay, so you can select any part of this line as your first point on the mirror line, but to be safer, because some object snaps may pull the the snaps to the respective for example, you might be pulled to the nearest of this circle, so better here outside the end point of this horizontal line. So click and drag horizontally, but because the ortho mode is turned off, so you have a preview here that it's not very accurate, because you can go any angle. Okay, so you have to turn on your ortho mode. click or press F8. Now, uh, the movement of this line that you need to mirror is restricted to an accurate angle of 30 degrees. Okay. Left or right dragging, okay, horizontal. So you will get the same result. So let's say here in the right side. Then click. After clicking, so you see the result, but your action is still not finished. So because you will be asked, erase source object. Of course, we want to keep this. So select the option no. Because if you select the option yes, this will be erased. Okay. So maybe if you have cases that you will mirror later in your own drawings, in your other drawings, then if you that object that you mirrored is to be removed, then you select yes. Okay, but in this case we will keep that, so select no. Click. So your action is now complete, finished. Then what's next? We can draw now these small circles which has a radius of 0.188. So we draw here. So we'll just draw one and then use the command copy to duplicate this small circle. Okay, so circle with the option center radius. So we'll do this dot here. Click and then be sure that the option is radius, okay, so that you will get an accurate result. Because if that option here is diameter, so it will be double the size. So radius, okay. So that's why you select here the center and radius. Then type the radius, which is 0.188. Okay, 188. So type 0.188. Enter. Okay. So that's your small circle. To put it here, okay, we need to copy. So we'll use the command copy. This one. Okay. Or you can type CO, enter, then select this circle, and your base point should be the center of this small circle, and which is also the intersection of this vertical line and the center line. So here, click and bring to this location, intersection of this diagonal line and the second circle. Okay, click here and also here. Click. So your object snap intersection should be turned on to successfully click in that area. If not, you will not get the accurate, you will not click on the accurate location, exact location. Okay, so we'll just draw these three first circles. So after clicking the third one, the third location, your command is still active. So to finish your action, so press enter. Okay. So you have three now. Then what's next? So because we will be doing only half of this, okay? So we will draw this circle and this circle. So it's already done, so we'll just need to locate this location of this center of the circle. So this location, you can find the dimension here, okay? So 3 and 0.5, or the total is 3.5. Okay, so we'll do this one first. Okay, so from here we will copy this line. Okay, you copy this line, or you can also use the command offset, because we will make a reference line here. But for advanced users, actually, no need to make, there will be cases that, or majority is, no need to make reference lines. We know already other tricks or shortcuts that without using a reference lines to locate, for example, the center of that circle, we can still use the, we can still create or put, for example, the circle in its exact location. But since you are beginners, so we'll use a reference line in locating these points, for example. So let's say we'll use again the we can use copy or we can use offset. So maybe we have done several copy actions. We'll go back again to offset. So offset. So the given distance is 3 units. Okay. So we'll offset this one. So before you click that, you are if you see the cursor, it's not yet in a pick box appearance. So you are still asked, what is the distance? So you type the distance first, which is 3. Type 3, enter. Now you can pick this line and click going down. Okay. So this is only a guide. So then check, okay, the other coordinate of this location of this center of the circle. So we'll use this center line here. So there is a given distance, which is this one, 0.880. So we'll use again command offset. So offset, type the distance 0.88, enter. Click. So going to the left, to the right, click. Now this intersection here is the location of the center of this circle. Okay. So now you can copy this circle and put here. So we use command copy, click, enter. Your base point should be this intersection or the center of that small circle. So click here and click here. Okay. No, not 0.88, but it's 2. So I made a mistake. Okay, so we'll repeat. because if you see the distance of these two circles is center of these two circles is 4. Since they are symmetrical, so 2. We will offset this line by 2, not 0.88. This 0.88 is for another circle later. Okay, so let's repeat. Offset. So the distance is 2. Type 2, enter, then click. Okay. So this is the correct location, the intersection of these two lines. Then use the command copy, click this, enter. Your base point is the center of the circle. Click and click here. So we already put the small circle in its correct location, and if we have no need, we don't have, or there is no need to use these two lines, we can erase this. So erase. Okay. Then we'll draw this one. Okay. So from this circle, center of the circle, it's going down by 0.5. Okay. So we can copy, okay, this circle. So when you drag or hover your cursor over the circle, it will give you several snaps, but the object snap that we are going to use is the center here. Okay, so make sure that that object snap is turned on. Okay, so here, center. Click and click to this center line. Okay, so we will need another action to bring it to its correct location. So for now, they are just aligned. So we need to bring down by 0.5. So move again. This time we will use the command move. Okay, so move is this one, or you can type M. Okay. Say I will type M, enter. So I will select this circle, enter. Even without picking the center of this circle as base point, even from the outside, say here, you will get same result as long as your crosshair will not snap to any object. Okay. So, for example, I click here for the base point and bring down. So you have to type 0.5, enter. Yeah, 0.5. So we now have the exact location of this small circle. Then, so what's next? We'll get this arc here, okay, and this arc here, which are actually also these here, which are actually from the circle. So it's given radius 0.44. Okay. If you remember in your drawing one, this indication of dimensioning is meaning you have 6 arcs which have radius 0.44. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But since we will be doing only half, so we can just make one and copy. Okay. So we'll do it here first. Okay. So draw a circle center radius, then click, drag out, and type the radius, which is 0.44. Then you can copy this. Click, enter. Your base point is here. Click here. Click not here, but here. Okay, and here. Okay. Then what else is next? We will draw these lines. Okay. So this time we need to use the option tangent, the object snap. So take note, for example, your current object snap settings are all checked or turned on. So they will they will compete for the snaps. So that's why it's better you for the meantime just leave the tangent object snap alone, meaning this tangent object snap should be turned only, the ones that is turned on only. Turn off the other, and then bring back them later if you are done with drawing a line using the tangent or snap. Okay, so to make it faster, clear all first, then click again tangent, and okay, now draw a line. Okay, so line, and put your cursor here, and the tangent object snap shows deferred tangent, so you can click here and bring also here, click. Okay, then so press enter. Okay, notice that because of the snapping to the deferred tangent, the smooth transition, there is a smooth transition between a straight line and a curved line. Okay, because if it's not snap to the tangent, it will not have a smooth transition. Okay, so next is this line. So again, so line, so bring your over your cursor here, so it shows deferred tangent, so click, and also in this outermost big circle, find the deferred tangent, and then click and press enter to finish the action. So what else? We still have to draw this. Okay, and draw this. Okay, and actually also draw this. So let's do this. This is 0.644, but this one is 0.44. So meaning this one has a different radius. So let's do this circle first. This one. Okay. So there is a given dimension, 2.5 and 0.88. Okay. So we use again reference line. So we can copy or use offset. So let's say offset. So offset. So the vertical first. So 0.88. Enter. Then click. Going to the right. Okay. And repeat the command again. Offset. Then enter the distance. 2.5. This one. So 2.5. Enter. Select this and going down. Click. Now you found this point, which is the center of this arc. Okay. Then draw the circle. So click center radius. Click this. So if you remember, I turned off the other object snaps. Now I need to turn them on again. So click object snap settings and select all. Okay. So that the intersection will show here. Click and type the radius, which is 0.75. So 0.75. Enter. Okay. Then we have this curve. The center of this is not given, but we can still accurately draw this arc with radius 625. Okay. And the resulting center will be here, but it's not dimensioned. So the method that we will use here is drawing a circle with tangent radius na option. Okay. So here, let's draw the circle. Circle, but select the tangent radius option. Okay. Tangent radius. So click. So again, turn off because we will just isolate the tangent. Okay. So turn off again the others. So click or snap settings, clear all, and click again check again the tangent. Okay. Okay. Then this is the first tangent from this circle. So click this, and the second one is here. This side, not here, because it will have as a different result. So check the drawing on the right side. So bring your cursor here. Okay. Click, and then you will be asked radius of the circle. So it's given here 0.625. So type 0.625. Enter. Okay. So now you have a slightly complicated preview, but if you follow this my cursor, you get already the idea that it's starting to get clearer what will be the outcome of this drawing, because later we will use trim to clean this trim and break to clean these unnecessary lines. Okay. Then take note, okay, that this arc here has a different radius, not 0.44 but 0.625. So we finish first the mirroring of this right side before we can create this one. Okay, so now we can trim. We will use now trim, but first erase now this guide. It's not needed anymore. Okay, and we can trim this side because we want to mirror this side. Okay, so we'll use the command trim. Okay. Trim, then for faster selection in the later versions, newer versions, after clicking, you can immediately trim the lines that you want to remove, for example, like this. Okay, but in lower versions, let's say 2014, you still need another option to choose so that you can successfully complete the trim action. So, but the quicker ones is like this. So, in lower versions, but in newer versions, immediately you can trim this and do crossing selection, not clicking one by one. It's very slow. Okay. So, for example, in lower versions like 2014, when you click trim, you can press enter once and you can now trim the lines that you need to remove. Okay, like this here. Click. Okay. For those lines that are not completely removed, you need to erase them. So select and click this eraser toolbar icon. Click. Or you can press E and enter. Okay. So now let's start to clean this unnecessary line. So, okay, I will use the command trim. So I hope you know already. In newer versions, just one click, I can immediately click. But for lower versions, you need to press enter, and actually there are other options. I'll make a separate video dedicated only to trim command. Okay, what are the options? Okay, so I'll click this. This one is not needed. What else is not needed? Here, this is not needed. And what else? This is not needed. Okay, but for example, in cases when you want to trim this short line here, but it previews that the whole line will be trimmed, so do not click. Use the command break. Where's break? Here. So click. So you click this short portion here. Click and click in the end point here. So you still have a short line remaining. So just erase this. Okay. So repeat here. Okay. But actually, we can use the other option of trimming, that we can immediately remove this line crossing the circle by using the option, let's say, trim. Okay, so check your command line, the cutting edges. So you have to select the cutting edges. Click. So your cutting edges will be this circle. Okay, click and then enter. Now you can click once to remove that line. Okay, and what else you want to remove? Not this one because this is a center line. Okay, so for now that's the line that we need to remove. Plus again, repeat the command trim. Okay. The next cutting edges that you select is this line and this line. Enter and click this other half of the circle. So repeat also here, but actually here no need the reference line. Say trim and click. So immediately it's done. So here also, and what else? This line is you need to trim. So trim this, and this one is erase this. Okay. Then what else? We have a problem here actually. Should be not the lines that's touching tangent to this circle should remain. So like this. Okay. Then I will trim. So trim. I can make a reference cutting edges. So select. This will be my cutting edge and this one. Press enter and click. Okay. Then don't trim this yet because as you can see here, you still need to do this. But as I said, after mirroring, okay, this half of this drawing. Okay. So this one, the center line is should be cut near here. Just shorter extension across this small circle. So we'll use the command break or simply draw a line here. Okay. So turn off your ortho mode so that you can draw a line in this direction. Okay. Then trim, cutting edge. This is your cutting edge. Enter and click and escape or enter to finish the command. Then erase this cutting edge that you temporarily used. Okay. Now this is still longer. Okay. We can break this, or we can also use the trim again. Okay. Draw a line as your cutting edge. Okay. Trim. So cutting edges. Select. Enter. Trim. And erase this. Okay. So I think only a few remaining steps here before we make the mirror. So mirror, although not given, but if you notice in the drawing, there is still a smooth curve here. Okay, smooth curve. Upon investigation, that smooth curve is radius, I think 0.44. Okay, so also 0.44. So now we will use the command here, fillet. Okay. Fillet. So, for example, quick demonstration of fillet command. But I will make a video dedicated to fillet commands. What are the possibilities in using the command fillet? Let's say you have this, but you can clear the corner, for example, in sharp corner, 90 degrees angle by using trim, but you can also use the command fillet with radius 0. Enter. Then select this line and select this line. Okay. Then let's say if you want the corner here to be curved, which is the fillet, so you can assign a radius here. So in this case here, it's 0.44. Let's try here first. So fillet, then radius, then type the radius 0.44, enter. So click this line and click this line. So we made this in curved corners. So let's do that here. So fillet, then radius 0.44, enter. Click this line and this line, and also this line and this line. So if you are going to fillet several corners or joints of the lines by without changing the radius, for example, so just continue pressing enter. Okay, then click and click. So I think it's done. Okay, then we can now is it complete now? I think yes, semi-complete. We can now use the command mirror here. So mirror, I will mirror this half of the drawing. So select all, okay. Then press enter. If you remember, we have done earlier a mirror command, action. So your mirror line should be this center line. Okay. So let's use it here, the one in the bottom. Okay. Endpoint. Okay. Click. So your ortho mode should be on. Okay. And then click. Then of course you have to keep. So select no. Okay. Then one last thing. This one. This arc here has a radius 0.625. That's why I did not draw it here, because we will use again the drawing using the circle with option tangent radius. Okay, so click this tangent radius, then go back to your object snaps, keep only the tangent. Okay, so for as of now, so tangent is the only one on. So bring your cursor here. So deferred tangent is showing, so click, and also here click, and you will be asked for the radius. So the radius of that is 0.625. So type 0.625. Enter. So now see the transition of these three circles. They are smoothly joined. Now we can use the trim command to come up with this drawing. Okay, so again trim, I'll use the option cutting edges. This is my first two cutting edges, enter, because I will trim that. This one, click, enter. Then again, I will use the command trim. My cutting edges will be, so select first cutting edges. Select this, and select this. And press enter, then trim. Now it's done. Okay? So, the only one missing here is assigning the line type, for example, the center lines. Okay, so we will stop there once we finish assigning the line type center line, and then I will continue in the next video how to put these dimensions and the center marks. Okay, so line type. So actually that will be the coming topic, the layer properties, but for now we can individually assign, for example, the line type here without completely utilizing this layer property. So we will individually assign. So like for example, since these are all center lines, so select without any command these lines. Okay, then look here in the line type. Okay, if there is a center line. Okay, for me, I already loaded the center line, but for you, it's if it's a new file, new drawing, and if it's not loaded, you have to load it. So how to load? So you click this triangle here and click other. Okay, then look for click this load button and look for the center here. Center, this one. Click and click OK. So, but since in my drawing file, I already loaded it, so no need to reload. But for you, you have to load it if it's still in your drawing. It's not yet loaded, so you have to load it. Okay. Let's say it's you loaded it already. So click center and click OK. Now select again, because earlier because we need to load, so the selection was cancelled. Okay, so just cancel again, select again the lines that will be assigned the line type center line or center. Then click here, look for the center line type. Okay, so click. So as you can see, the center line was assigned, but the scale of these center lines is too big, so we need to adjust. Okay, so click again. Okay, without command, click again, then right click and select properties. So the current line type scale of that center line is 1, so meaning it's big, so we need to scale it down. So let's try, for example, 0.2. Okay. Then click outside of this property editor, object properties editor, and click. So it shows now that your center line looks okay, but if you feel this is small, so you can change here again. Say, I think point 3 will be okay. So point 3, and click. So this is okay. Then, so if it's okay for you that this appearance of the line type, center line, then press escape, then close these properties. So now you have a center line and these center lines. Okay, so we will stop here at this stage, drawing this. Okay, then I will make another video on how to put dimensions for this drawing. Okay, so that's it for this video, drawing this exercise 3. Okay.